Jon Gruden formerly coached at Pitt, a legendary NFL coach, now at Barstool. Nobody knows more about quarterbacks than the great Jon Gruden. Jon, we really appreciate you joining us here on the Fan Morning Show. How you doing? Are you in Pittsburgh already?
Hey, good morning. No, I don't get in until tomorrow night, but I'm fired up to be back in Pittsburgh and see this great matchup we have Saturday against Notre Dame.
So you scored the first big interview with young phenom Mason Heinchel, and the thing that I took away, because I ain't one of these X's and O's guys, Jon, the thing I took away was just his polish, his poise, his demeanor as an 18-year-old. What did you take away from your conversation, your sit-down with Mason Heinchel?
Yeah, I felt the same way. I thought I was talking to Derek Carr or Rich Gannon. I mean, this guy is well beyond his years. It's a credit to his family, his upbringing, but he's obviously very poised. He's been well-trained, and I know he's ready for this big moment.
Coach, what are you looking at when you're evaluating young quarterbacks? Now, obviously there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that are juniors, that are seniors, that will be entering the draft this coming year. But somebody like Heinchel or the quarterback from Cal that are freshmen, what are you looking at whenever you're evaluating those guys, and what could you give advice-wise to those guys to enhance their game as they grow?
Well, first of all, you look for production. Who can move their team, put the ball in the end zone, and win games? And when you look at Carr of Notre Dame and you look at Heinchel at Pitt, both guys are putting the ball in the end zone a lot. They're averaging 40 points a game. They're doing it a lot of different ways. They're distributing the ball to 3 or 4, sometimes 5 different receivers. You're seeing them get more involved in the pre-snap at the line of scrimmage, fixing protections. I love to see that. And I love Mason because he can use his legs. I mean, he had about 60 yards rushing against Florida State. He can get out of trouble. You can use him in the RPO game. He's got some size and playing strength that I think is really good. But I just love to watch these guys at crunch time the most. How do they play in the fourth quarter when they're tied or behind? And so far it's been pretty impressive by these two young cats that are going to show up Saturday in Pittsburgh.
Coach Gruden, I'm a quarterback guy, so I'm going to take the liberty and ask 2 questions here. One's more of a joke, the other one's a serious one. What the hell are you doing with all this gear, man? You got a new box every single day. You got Jake. You're having a heart. You're using the knife to open it up. Where are you putting this stuff?
Man, we try to give most of it to fans of the school that we have. We're trying our best to be very, very good about that, but it's just been so much fun to celebrate a lot of different schools. We're even getting baseball gear now and basketball gear. It's been a lot of fun, but we do hand a lot of it out as gifts with the Christmas season coming. What better gift can you get than something from your alma mater?
No doubt about it. I'm going to take you back to 1991, wide receivers coach at the University of Pittsburgh. I'm looking at the media guide here, and that staff. Pitt's known to have great players. There's also been a heck of a lot of great coaches, head coaches. You were on that staff with Marvin Lewis and a young Mike McCarthy. What was that like?
Yeah, it was great. Paul Hackett was the head coach. We got off to a great start. We beat West Virginia 34-3. I can still remember the backyard brawl, being a part of that. And we're undefeated. We headed into South Bend to play Rick Meyer and Jerome Bettis. Unfortunately, we didn't do a very good job that day. They got after us pretty good. But great memories. Like you said, great tradition. So many of the top football players have come through Pitt. Jackie Sherrill. I worked for Johnny Majors at Pittsburgh. So I have great memories and a lot of respect for the Pitt Panthers, and I am so excited to get back there.
Jon Gruden, our guest here on the Fan Morning Show. Jon, you talked about guys getting in and out of the huddle, what they do in crunch time, making checks at the line of scrimmage, things of that nature. What have you seen physically from Mason Heinchel that has set him apart and really spurred Pitt onto this 5-game winning streak here?
You know what? That's a good question. I think the Florida State game stands out to me. Early in the game, he misses a halfback. He's wide open, a little rail route out of the backfield. A lot of guys get rattled. He got knocked around a little bit. But he comes back. He throws the same route later in the game for a touchdown. He's got a mental toughness about him. He can overcome adversity. It's almost like he really enjoys the misery of crunch time and pressure-packed moments. I think this guy has the it factor. I think his teammates play better with him in the huddle. He brings out the most in his football team, and I think the defense plays a lot better and harder, knowing that if we get the ball back to this guy, good things are going to happen.
Coach, whenever I think of Pat Narduzzi, I think of culture. He has built a culture here over 10-plus years here at the University of Pittsburgh that is unbelievable. You know, his players love him. It just – you can feel it whenever you walk in the building, the culture that is built, the loyalty that is set. If you were to go back to be a head coach, what's the first thing that you would try to enhance or try to put into your development of your football team of being a head coach?
Well, I think what you're saying about Narduzzi is exactly dead on. That's why I'm coming back to the game. He's a friend of mine. We've known each other for some time. I just think the consistency, the passion that he has for football, for the development of players, for providing what's the word I'm looking for? He provides a culture, environment where players want to come in there to learn and get better and have fun. He really enjoys the daily grind and just the journey of a football season. I mean, who else would you rather be around than Narduzzi? I mean, he has a good time watching tape. He has a good time on the practice field. He just loves this game. And those are the guys I love being around the most. He can coach you technically. He can motivate you. He can stir it up. He can get your emotions going. He's a great motivator and one hell of a football coach, and that's why Pitt is where they are right now.
Coach, as you watch tape, and I don't think anyone watches tape as much as you and breaks the game down as well as you do, you see the college game, you got guys clapping at the line of scrimmage. I was a cadence guy. I was a hard count guy, double count guy, red alert, all that stuff, God. Man. Kill, all those sayings under center. But you see the college game, and it's evolved, right? RPO, pistol, shotgun. Do you still see some of the same strains of the West Coast offense and the rhythm passing game in the college game today? And if you do, does it translate to the NFL as well as maybe it did 10 years ago?
That's a great point. I don't know if the game is evolving or completely dissolving. I mean, when you're clapping for a snap count, that's what cavemen did before electricity when they were hungry. They would clap their hands and point to their mouth. If I see one more bubble screen or quick screen, that's not an evolving passing game. That's a dissolving passing game. I want to see Larry Fitzgerald. I want to see some of these great Pitt Panther receivers running shake routes and corner routes and handling audibles. I'm worried about the game of football, but that's just me. I'm not an old bitter guy either. But I don't see the passing concepts in some of these teams that I used to see. And I think in the long run, it's going to hurt you in the big moments when you got to throw it.
You are definitely not one of these old crusty guys. You're at Barstool, and I feel like you're keeping them young, John. That's just the energy that you bring. One of the things that I've always admired from afar is that you break down the tape as well as anybody, but you make it digestible for the everyman. Is that something that you take pride in?
Yeah, you know what? I love doing that. I think being able to share football with people is something I really do enjoy. I always had this 1% theory where can we help people get 1% better, 1% more knowledge today than we had yesterday. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm working with some really bright, young, creative people that love sports. It's keeping me young. I've got all the videos. Heck, I'm in here right now watching Pitt and Florida State. I got Notre Dame. I got the Navy game about to come on. But I just love learning, love sharing some of the things that I've discovered. And, there's just so many cool things to talk about with football. And thank God it's still football season, and it's my favorite time of year. They remember what you do in November.
Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here. Build your all-time ultimate quarterback from brain to size, arm, and legs. It could be a current, it could be former quarterbacks. Build your all-time quarterback.
Oh, man, that's good. I'll take Joe Montana. I'll take his brain. I'll take Tom Brady's arm. I mean, nobody stuck it in tight windows like Brady. I'll take Brett Favre's creativity and guts. Give me Lamar Jackson while you're giving me what I want. I'll take his legs. I'll use those legs. And I'll take my guy from Pittsburgh. I got to go with Dan Marino's passing, his pure passing ability and arm angles and throwing motion. I'll take Marino. Nobody was quicker than Dan Marino. And there's three kinds of quickness with the quarterback: mental quickness, arm quickness, body quickness. And nobody had the combination of quickness that Marino had.
Coach Gruden, if you would had that quarterback built in a lab, I don't think there would ever be a fired football coaches association happening, because you would never get fired with that staff. You go to YouTube and check out Coach Gruden's site. One of my favorite components is Gruden's glossary. You guys got to watch this stuff. The sideline sheet, I watched that 3 times, Coach. It took me back to like a Friday quarterback meeting reviewing situational football. And I'm going to put you on the spot with a question. 3rd and 6, got to have it to get into field goal range. One concept you're going back to on your play sheet every single time, no matter where you were.
Man, that's a tough one. I have so many of those. They're like my children, my concepts, my passing concepts. I mean, to call out one of your children is tough, man, especially on live radio. You brought up 72X shallow cross. That's pretty good. It's probably a little bit more of an all-purpose play than some of the others. The drive game would be one. 76 wide drive, halfback burst. You got the shallow, you got the basic, you got the burst, you got a post over the top. You can even hand signal the backside if you want. But the drive concept with the back bursting, not on the 2x2 flat route that we used to run. I like the burst. How's that? You like that?
I love it. I'm a burst guy myself. I'm a drive guy. I'm a nerd when it comes to this stuff. This is great. This is great radio.
The only problem with the burst route is we don't let the back chip the defensive end like we did on the drive where we had a 2x2 check down,
Right.
And when you lose that chip, you got guys like, some of these pain in the butt pass rushers that can create some problems.
Coach, you are watching the Notre Dame Navy game coming up here. You're just taking a peek at Pitt. I know you've done a lot of homework on all this. Do you have a feeling on how the way this game is going to go on Saturday?
Well, me and Jake Malasek, we did a preview of the game. It's on our little YouTube channel. Check it out. I picked Pitt to win the game. Malasek picked Notre Dame. I picked Pitt. I just have a feeling Aaron Donald's coming back. We're going to retire his jersey at halftime. We're getting some guys healthy. I mean, getting Biles back is big. I'm hoping Reed, our running back, plays. I think we got a chance to get these guys back. Aaron Donald's going to be there. It's the 50th anniversary, for crying out loud, of Tony Dorsett ripping Notre Dame with 300 yards rushing. That was November 15th, 1975. Don't you know that, men?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to win this game. It's going to be a high-scoring, unbelievable game between two of the best freshmen go head-to-head I've seen in a while in college football.
If I may, John, Will Howard has been officially activated on the Steelers roster. He's on the 53-man roster now. He'd been dealing with injury stuff. You were one of the guys who was really high on Will Howard when he came out of school. What do you think he could ultimately become in the NFL?
I love Will Howard. I'm thankful that he is up. I'm shocked that he's going to be on the bench much longer. I just think he has everything that you're looking for. We won a Super Bowl with Brad Johnson. He's got that prototype size I like. He's 6'4", he's 225, 230. He's built like a horse. I mean, it's a big guy, can run the ball. You can run the quarterback power plays and all these quarterback draws that everybody likes to run. He can keep it on the zone read. He's an accurate passer. He's a winner, man. This guy's a winner. He won big at Kansas State. They won the Big 12. He won the national title. He has the wow factor. He's got a photographic memory. He's a great communicator. I'll be shocked if he's not one hell of an NFL quarterback. And I told a couple of my friends in Pittsburgh, I told Omar Khan, I can't believe you got him in the 6th round.
Well, people are now blowing up the text line, John, saying they want you to come in and coach this guy.
Well, I'm available in the off season. He's been down here a couple times. I obviously am smitten with him. I got a lot of confidence in what he can do and what he can become, and I'm sure Pittsburgh has a great vision for him as well.
John, man, we really appreciate you coming on. We're really excited you're going to be here in the city and everything that you represent for Pitt Athletics. And I was noticing a lot of wheeze and hours there when you were talking about the roster.
Yeah, well, I coached at Pitt. I take this very personally. You know, my dad coached at Notre Dame. I grew up in South Bend, Indiana. Montana was our quarterback. My dad got fired by Notre Dame. Jerry Faust came in. It really ticked me off, broke my heart. And then Pitt kicked we got our butt kicked by Notre Dame when I was at Pitt. So Narduzzi asked me to come and be on the sideline. Hell, I'm going to be down there. I'm going to even wear a Pitt hat. I'm going to have a golf shirt. I'm going to try to call a few plays. I'm going to see if Coach Bell will let me have the headset.
Let's do it, baby.
I love it.
Little spider,
Let's
wide
go,
banana.
man. Let's get the Panthers. I hope this place is rocking, man. We got to get this place rolling.
John, we really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, and we'll see you this weekend.
Hey, look forward to it. Thanks for having me, guys. Hope to meet you down there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, there's a lot to react to there.
Yeah.
And we certainly will. That guy bleeds football.
Loves it.
He
He's the
snorts football.
He's the best. I miss him on telecasts. I thought his color. I think he was the best color analyst I think I've ever. He distills the game so well. Energy just cuts through. That was great stuff.
As a texter writes in, Gruden referring to Pitt as we is making my you-know-what's tingle.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.